Now let's take AI to the next level. Prompt to post. Learn to create images all using AI. So before we jump into this video on creating images using I once again want to cover and stress the art of AI prompt writing. You want to become a master at prompt engineering and giving the best prompts. So remember, every prompt should have a role, command, a format, and context to go off of. Don't just say a dog in the park. You should say something, act like the world's best social media content creator and generate an image that is Instagram post sized of a golden retriever puppy wearing a red bandana sitting on green grass in a sunny park with kids playing in the blurred background. Create soft lighting in a DSLR photo style. So remember, act as a role, create the type of content about this topic for the audience blank with a tone or style. So remember, garbage in, garbage out. So want something good, give it something good. And this matters so much more when you're creating images and videos. So always remember and always keep practicing to become the best prompt engineer. Here's an example of those two prompts and creating images with AI. So both of these are AI generated image. The one on the left is basically just a general image of a golden retriever. That's not a puppy because I just said create an image of a dog in a park. And then the one on the right is that full image with the in-depth detail that we gave it, and it did exactly what we did. Created the puppy, the red bandana, the blurred background with kids playing in the background. So it's pretty cool. So foundations of AI image generation. So your prompts are your blueprints. Remember, prompting matters so much more than you could ever think about. The prompt is the plan. The image is the build. So second thing is the iteration is everything. AI is not perfect first go or all the time. So iteration, work with the AI. If you don't like something that it generated, tell it that. Tell it to change it up, to add this, to remove this, etc. So it's not perfect on your first go or any go in general. Third thing is choose the right tool for the job. With AI being out there, there are millions of different tools that you can use, and different tools are specialized for different things. Fourth thing is design still matters. AI creates images, but you can't create meaning. So you still have to have the creativity and be able to come up with what you want in your mind. And then you have to be able to effectively tell AI what you want to get the best output. Also, another thing to think about, your ethics, your licensing, your bias. AI doesn't mean free for all always. You need to check the copyright laws and copyright images with these AI platforms. The sixth thing is image generation is a skill. Once again, it's not just type and go, it's a creative direction. So you need to make sure you be able to have the effective ability to actually go in and prompt the AI to give you the best image generation out. AI is a creative partner, not a replacement. Remember that. Use AI as a partner, not a full replacement. So what are some use cases for AI generation for images? So you could say creative arts and storytelling. You could build a children's book or a book in general. You could give it concepts for books or comics or games or animation. You could give a character design or a logo design. You could do your business branding and marketing for logos, social media content, your website creation, images. Third thing is you could have it for education and learning, creating visual graphs and mock-ups and just different images that you can showcase via AI. Fourth thing you could use it for is personal projects and content creation. Maybe you're creating YouTube videos and you have to have a thumbnail. So you could use AI to generate that thumbnail. Or maybe you have a t-shirt that you want to create. You could use AI to generate the image that's going to go on that t-shirt. Maybe you're building websites or mobile applications. You could use it for design UX, UI. So basically to create the design and the user experience that the user would be using in your website or mobile app. You could also jump into specialized fields for, let's say it's real estate. You could stage rooms via AI. So instead of having an empty house, you could put couches, tables, lamps, rugs, all into that empty room, all using AI image generation. You could also have it as an experimental and enhanced art. So maybe you like to create art. Well, art doesn't only have to be physical. It could be digital art. So you could do that with AI. So let's jump into some tools for AI image generation. First one we're going to cover is DALL-E 3 inside of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT runs about $20 a month, and this gives you access to all the OpenAI's plans, which includes DALL-E 3. So this allows you to generate, refine, and edit images all using AI inside of ChatGPT. So some strengths it has with it is it's pretty easy to use. It's overall one of the easiest image generation platforms to use because it's literally just type, text what you want, and it's going to give you an output. It also has a feedback loop where you can edit the output. Well, if it gives you something you don't like, you could say, hey, I don't like this. Remove this part of the image or change this part of the images. So DALL-E 3 is one of my favorite image generation platforms to use. Another one is called Midjourney. Midjourney is about $10 a month for roughly 200 images that is out there. So Midjourney used to be ran only on Discord, but now they've opened it up to have their own web browser. So now you can actually go into a web browser, go to Midjourney, and actually use Midjourney instead of only accessing it from their Discord server. Third tool is Canva Magic Studio. Now, I think we've all heard of Canva. Maybe all have even used Canva. If you haven't, you got to go check it out today. It's one of the cheapest tools out there at $15 a month, which gives you around 400, 500 credits for image generation. And you're able to generate and edit images directly inside of your Canva account. So one downside and limitation of Canva Magic Studio is I found out you have to generate a full new image every time after using it. Unlike ChatGPT, where there's a feedback loop where you can edit the output that it gave you, with Canva Magic Studio, you have to generate a full new image every single time you want to make a change. So that's one downside for Canva Magic Studio. The next tool we're going to go over is Ideogram. So Ideogram is about $8 a month, which gives you around 400 priority credits on the. And then they also have a slow and fast queues, depending on what plan you are on. So with Ideogram, they have limiting editing tools, unlike DALL-E and Canva, where you can edit it much more using Canva's features that are directly inside of Canva. Ideogram, you can't necessarily do that. But what I like about Ideogram, it gives you 4 outputs for every 1 input. So it's pretty good. And another big feature about Ideogram that I have found out, Ideogram tends to be one of the best platforms currently to generate text on the image. So if you want some sort of image to say something and have actual text on it, Ideogram is the platform for that. It's got the best text accuracy for me in different font styles as well. So what are some additional AI image generation tools? Once again, the ones that we're covering here are not the only AI image generation tools. There are millions and millions and millions and millions of other tools out there that you can use and other people are using, whether they are on their own LLM or whether they're using APIs of some of the platforms that we've actually covered. So one is Adobe Firefly. You have another one that is Leonardo AI. You have Stable Diffusion. You have Runway ML. You have Pixray. You have Recraft. You have Flux. You also have Pixlr, RenderForce, Design AI, Envato, Artlist. You have OpenArt. So there are so many platforms, and almost every platform is in the AI race right now where they're trying to integrate and use AI in some shape or form. So here's an example of a prompt that I gave. Act like a painter and create an image of a cozy cabin in the snowy mountains at sunrise. Smoke rising from the chimney, surrounded by pine trees, soft golden light, cinematic atmosphere, ultra detailed, realistic watercolor style. So basically it's creating a painting that's watercolor style. And I have Magic Canva Studio here, what their output was. Then I have ChatGPT's output, and then I have Ideogram's output here. So how cool is that? This is just showing 3 different examples of using those platforms, using the same prompt and outputs that they gave. So I'm going to show you something cool using ChatGPT's agent feature that they launched. I'm basically telling ChatGPT to use Canva to create a picture of a website design service. So we build websites for businesses and personal brands across the world. Well, I'm basically wanting to create a image to basically sell these website design services. So I gave Canva a very bad prompt to show you what it can still do. Now, if I wanted a better output, I would obviously tell it to use these colors, to use this type of text, to have this type of image on there, to have X, Y, and Z, to to do better and get the best output, I needed to give it better information. But I just wanted to show you the power of AI. So I am not doing anything. All I had to do is tell Canva or AI, ChatGPT, to say, use Canva to create a picture. And it is going in to my own Canva account and literally building out me a social media post for website design services. So it's actually taking action for me. So this is the future of AI and where it's so powerful and where it's going, where all you have to do is to tell it to do something and the AI will actually go take action and do that for you. So how crazy is that? So let's look at the output and what it gave me. This is what it gave me. How crazy is that? Now I could jump in Canva to adjust the colors, to add the different bullet points that I want, to change the phone number. Now, if I wanted to do all of this at the start and have it match my colors, the right phone number, the right website, the right logos, I could do that. I just would have to prompt it a little bit better. So overall, that's going to be this and where we're going to wrap up inside of image generation for this video. So if you have any questions, comment them below. And also comment below what type of images you're generating using AI, what platforms you're using, and once again, any questions you might have about AI image generation. Comment them below.